Hi! So today we are going to talk about science and movies. I hope everybody would love this topic. Are you ready? Hello everyone, welcome to CINE Science. So today we are going to talk about time travel. Time travel is one of the ideas that has been occupying the minds of a wide variety of people, from science fiction writers to average citizens for a while. According to Stephen Hawking, time travel is possible, but not in the way that we think. But Hawking's theory does not support backward time travel, that means going to the past. According to Einstein's time travel, the object must travel at the speed of light, but practically it is impossible because the weight should be zero. None of the object has the weight zero to travel in the speed of light. Let me introduce you two Hollywood movies which has involved time travel and time machine. First, NALAI and KANAM. The time machine here used for the movies are only used for the personal use of the heroes and the actors. Both these movies have the same theme. Don't change the past. Live in your present. So now let's analyze the movie detail of NALAI. The story picturizes around the scientist named Arya. This scientist invents a time machine in the year 2065. He sends it back to the year 2015. To prove the capability of the time machine, he made it return back to him within 40 seconds. But unfortunately, the time machine did not return back. So, once the time machine came to 2015, it was found by three boys, Elango, Armugam and Parthasarathi. Elango was an unemployed boy who struggles to live and faces a lot of criticism from all. He had to struggle for his relationship as well to get his rich girlfriend Anu. So one day, as Elango found time machine, they uses it to make it in an astrological way. They would go back to time and find the lost items of the people and give it back to them. This was a business that they used by the use of time machine. Things were going very smoothly until they accidentally saved the villain while traveling in the time machine. Unfortunately, the villain destroys the time machine during an encounter with the police officer. Elango and Armugam takes the time machine back to his friend Parthasarathi. Parthasarathi repairs the time machine and gives back to Elango and Armugam. Elango and his friends thought of going back to his past and stop finding the time machine. He thought of changing the whole past that had happened. After that, things went normal in Elango's life, and the time machine returned back to 2065 and everything was fine, making it a success. Here, the plot follows a circular loop factor. The chain expected to happen was fully circular. In 2065, Arya, the scientist, makes the time machine. It should have traveled to 2015 and taken the picture of the whole 2015 and travels back to 2065. But the chain broke in 2015 due to three guys, Parthasarathi, Elango and Armugam. The loop continues in the way that Arya sends this time machine to 2015. It travels and came to 2015, but it was taken by three boys. Now once it went to Elango and Armugam's hands, it became a new story by being an astrology machine used to help to find things of the people. Now once they save the villain, it goes as another loop where it reaches that the Anu is killed by the villain. Later the loop continues by where the time machine was destroyed, and with the help of Parthasarathi, they got a last chance to stop the consequence, and the rest of their life becomes normal. So here, the circle and the loop comes in combination. The loop is created only when someone or any external force gets involved in it. Now let's see about the second movie, Kanna. The story continues in the way that on 20th March 1998, a scientist, Paul, and his friend Michael carried out an experiment in their time machine. However, the machine fails and Michael dies in that experiment. In 2019, Adi, Ghadir, and Pandi our three friends were struggling in their lives. Adi is a musician who is yet to get a break due to the stage fear. Ghadir was always unable to find a suitable bride, while Pandi regrets not studying properly during his school days. Later situations brought these three boys and the scientist together. Paul, the scientist, offers help to these three boys a small chance to change their past. But there was only one condition that Paul gave: to save his friend Michael, who he had lost during the time machine experiment. They agreed and the three traveled back in time and reached on the date 1st March 1998. They see the younger selves in the school and disguise themselves to get close to them. Adi was trying to be friends with his mother and joins as a guitar teacher to his younger self. Kadir becomes an auto driver to bring his younger self close to Sita, who grows up to be a beautiful woman, while Pandi joins as a peon to personally oversee his younger self's education. Adi's mother drops the younger self at his school this morning. She gives him a ring, her own ring in fact, to be confident during his performance. However, Pandi and Kadir follows their older selves and finds the time machine. All the three younger selves uses it and travels back to their present. So once they arrived in their future, they aimlessly roamed around the city and they were all helpless. They couldn't change anything in the past. All went just as the same. Here, the plot follows a bootstrap paradox. Here in the story, there is a swap that has happened. The younger version of Adi lost his mother's ring to his future Adi. The younger Adi learned guitar from his future Adi. Paul, the scientist, chose particularly all these three boys because they had met them in the past. So as you can see, in this movie, it was a natural process. It was a perfect circular loop since there was no interruption of an external force happening. I hope you liked this video. Until we meet again in the next episode with new concepts and new theories, it's me, KRIPAMOL Thomas from Vaayusastra